Welcome to the Big Fred Show. How are y'all? Tonight we are at a special location here. We are at Nana's Pizzeria, located in downtown Loretta. If y'all haven't been here, y'all, I highly recommend it. I'm talking, this place smells awesome. I mean, we got pizza going everywhere. We got people walking around everywhere. I mean, it's just like a family atmosphere, y'all. It's awesome. Everybody get down here. It's awesome. We're gonna have some pizza on the air, and we're gonna try some food, and we got all kind of fun stuff tonight. We got a musical guest tonight. We got Nathan Methan joining us tonight. He's gonna inspire us with some of his songs and some of his music, and we also got a couple more special guests. We've got Debbie Riddle coming on. She's gonna come talk to us, and she's actually running for county court clerk, and actually re-election. You know, circuit court clerk. I said county court clerk, didn't I? Sorry. Anyway, well, we got all kind of fun stuff. We got JP and Kenny B from the X going to be on here tonight with us, and we're going to talk to them, see what's going on up there in the big city of Lawrenceburg, and see what's going on with them, and we're just gonna have all kind of fun stuff. And you never know, we might have a few surprise guests pop in, and it'll be fun, and we look forward to entertaining y'all for the next however. We don't know how long we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here till they kick us out or till the cops come on. So, you know, get ready to party, because it's the Big Fred Show, and that's how we roll here. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here in just a moment, and we'll have Debbie Riddle on with us. So we'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Glad you tuned in to the Big Fred Show on Mustangs TV. Also, don't forget, tune in each and every Monday from the hours of 6 to 7 p.m. That is Sports Talk Mania with Lee Haygood. I am Lee Haygood, and I will be your host through Sports Talk Mania. We'll talk anything and everything about sports, and every now and then we might throw something else in there. Check it out. Every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, only on MustangsTV.com.
Welcome back, Big Fred Show, MustangsTV.com. You can check us out on Facebook at The Big Fred Show on MustangsTV.com, or you can like MustangsTV.com, go online, and you can watch the show live. We got a guest here. We got Debbie Riddle, and Debbie is running for re-election of the circuit court clerk. And, you know, I've known Debbie for years and invited her and everybody else to come on the show. And I just wanted Debbie to come tell us. So what exactly does the circuit court clerk do?
We file all of the cases that go through court, almost everything except probate and divorces. Just about everything else goes through our office.
So you see all kind of fun stuff, huh?
Oh, we see lots of things. There's never a dull moment in our office. Now, we see sad things and we see happy things, but we're mostly too busy to stop and think about it. Right.
What was that lady say? Ain't nobody got time for that, huh?
That's right.
How long exactly have you been in office?
I've been in office for 8 years. I've been the clerk for 8 years. But prior to that, I worked as a deputy clerk in that same office for 19 years.
Wow.
So I know how to do the jobs in the office. I've had to do just about everything that has ever been done in that office. I've had to do it at one time or another.
Sweet. So
lots of times.
So what does Debbie Riddle like to do outside the courthouse? What are some of the stuff you enjoy doing the most?
Well, the thing I enjoy doing the most right now is spending time with my grandchildren.
Oh.
Now, I'm not getting to do as much of that. I'm having to campaign right now, so I'm not getting to do much of that. You know, in the past, when I was growing up, horseback riding and art was my hobbies. But now my hobby is grandchildren. Right. I love my grandchildren. I've got a grandson that's 6 years old. His name is Henry. He's named after my father-in-law, Henry Riddle.
Picture of him just right behind the camera there. So, and he was my mailman growing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed. He pulled up in the Jeep. I thought that was cool. My mailman drove a Jeep. So, what? So, are you a Nana, a Meemaw? What do they call you?
D.
D.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, I've got to say, I've got a granddaughter, too, Caroline. She's 3. But, yeah, I'm D. It started out, it was supposed to be Ganny. And Henry, for some reason, when it come out of his mouth, it was D. And I said, he named me.
So you got just the one granddaughter?
Yes.
Does she get special treatment because she's the granddaughter and all that good stuff?
See, they both get special treatment because he's the only grandson, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I've seen pictures of them, and I'm just going to tell you, they are a spitting image of their mama. That's all I can tell you.
Well, they do look a lot like her, yeah. And spoiling is my job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sugar them up and send them home to mama.
Yeah, Katie says, Mama, don't give them Fruit Loops. And I said, they're going to get Fruit Loops
Exactly.
if that's what they want.
They're
Because
at Dee's house. They're
yes,
going to get Fruit Loops.
and I want them begging to come back to Dee's house because they live in Franklin, and so I'm not getting to see them all the time. So
that's cool. So what is the big kick now? Are y'all Thomas the Train? Are y'all, because my son, we're all about Thomas. Are y'all like forced to watch a different show every time they a certain show when they come over?
Well, Henry started out liking exotic animals, and then he went to dinosaurs. And he's still kind of in dinosaurs. He can tell you everything about them. But he is starting to get into Star Wars.
Oh.
Now, Caroline, she likes princess, she likes Cinderella stuff.
Right.
She likes all the little girl things. But that little 3-year-old can tell you anything about dinosaurs too, because she's watched her brother.
Sweet. So what kind of big 4th of July plans have you got?
Well, I'm going to the Big Red Barn in the morning. And, of course, the 4th of July picnic here at Sacred Heart, I will be battering chicken and working. That's my job.
How long have you been doing that?
Gosh, 15 years, I guess, that we've been battering chicken. It's been a long time.
And I'm just going to say that 4th of July picnic, that's a cool thing to go to. I mean, anybody who's anybody goes to this picnic. I mean, seriously, it's the place to be on the 4th of July. I mean, I'm hoping to make it there. And are y'all going to try to check out any fireworks shows?
Probably won't have time.
You probably wore out from cooking chicken, huh?
Unless the fireworks show is there.
You hear that, folks?
That's our big fundraiser every year, and so we'll be working and trying to stay there and support that.
Get down there and bring Davey some fireworks to watch for the 4th of July. Don't make her fry chicken and not see fireworks, y'all. Come on. Well, Davey, we appreciate you being on the show, and when is it, August the 7th? Is that election day?
That's right. That's right. Early voting starts July 18th.
July 18th. So if you're not registered, get out there and register to vote, because voting is very serious. Voting is a right that people fight for, and you need to get out there and register for it and get out there and vote. And people like her depend on your vote. I mean, one vote can mean the difference between victory and defeat. So
every vote counts.
So get out there, July 28th? Is that what you said?
No, July 18th.
18th. July the 18th. Early voting, August the 7th is your regular voting. So get out there and vote. Debbie, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Brian. Of course, Brian, you're not Big Fred to me. You're Brian.
Exactly. Well,
you weren't Big Fred to your mama either.
I went to school across the road from her house. So, But anyway, Debbie, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And you're welcome anytime on the Big Fred Show.
Thank you,
You
Brian.
drop by, hang out with us. We'll talk about whatever. It doesn't matter. So come on by. And y'all, that's Debbie Riddle for Circuit Court Clerk. And we'll be back in a moment.
Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee offers serious sports training for athletes of all ages. Our hands-on training approach can increase core strength and stability while maximizing power and agility. Call John Passarella, 256-710-7412 for speed and agility training, or David Weathers, 931-279-0574. Call today. Elite Sports. We're training the best athletes for tomorrow.
And we're back. What's up, y'all? How was that not cool? See, I like doing interviews like that. You know, we get to know what the candidates like with their hair down. And she literally had her hair down, y'all. Was that not funny? So, yeah, we had a good time. We're just getting started, y'all. We're going to have all kinds of fun. World Cup is over. Thank God. I'm not going to lie. I don't mean to sound unpatriotic here on the 4th of July weekend, but
USA.
but you know, now that football? Is that how you say it? Football. Now that football is over, we can talk some football. I mean, we got 8 weeks, guys, till football season starts. So yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that this year on the Big Fred Show, and you know, it's going to be fun. And we got some more guests. We're just going to take a short break, and we're going to bring a guest in here, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Hello, everyone. Glad you tuned in to the Big Fred Show on Mustangs TV. Also, don't forget, tune in each and every Monday from the hours of 6 to 7 p.m. That is Sports Talk Mania with Lee Haygood. I am Lee Haygood, and I will be your host through Sports Talk Mania. We'll talk anything and everything about sports, and every now and then we might throw something else in there. Check it out. Every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, only on MustangsTV.com.
Hey, y'all, what's up? We're back, and I got some more people with me. Some cool people. You know, everybody calls him Kenny B on WLX. I call him Cuz is what I call him, because, you know, that's cause we are. He's a Beckman, and we both got the same blood running through us anyway. But Kenny Beckman and JP from the X. I mean, right up in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and you can ride around, listen to them talk, and play all kinds of cool music.
The newly established X.
Yeah, the newly established.
Brand
you know,
new.
I kind of like that, the X. That's
We're proud of that name.
You know, it kind of has a neat sound to it.
It does. It does.
You know,
I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't.
Who come up with that idea?
Stanley did. Stanley, yes.
Wow.
I know, Stanley Wilson. Who would have thought? You know, I got a call from Rex Appleton earlier today. He said, if you ever put Stanley and brain in the same sentence, you have no credibility. So,
well, when I think Stanley, I say Roll Tide.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, he proudly wears his signet ring from Alabama. He went there. Don't know how they let him in. Don't know how they let him back in across the state line. But no.
Some of us are just that good.
I guess so.
That must be his past.
I guess so.
So tell me, how exactly did you get started in the biz, as you would say?
The business. Well, I did major in broadcasting at Middle Tennessee State. Graduated in 2002, worked at WDXC when I got out of college, did that for a year. Moved off to Atlanta and then on to Charlotte, continued in production, worked for 10 years there. Traveled around with the Bobcats NBA team and then also the Carolina Hurricanes, did a little hockey, which was a lot of fun. And then back with the Bobcats and decided to get back closer to home, be closer to family, and been married now 4 years in a couple of weeks, actually.
So he was at Charlotte,
North Carolina.
That's Ric Flair country.
It is Ric Flair.
Have you ever saw Ric Flair in a game?
I've seen Ric Flair several times. I've seen him at a little sandwich shop in town, because he lives in Charlotte, and he's out and about. I did, but other people certainly did. They had him on the Jumbotron at the Bobcats games doing that. He's a celebrity, big celebrity there.
That would be my all-time. If I go to Charlotte, I got to see Ric Flair.
You've probably seen him because he's out all the time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we've got the X started up.
The tagline for this, though, X marks the spot for the best rock and roll, period. I mean, I'd say so. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, we're having a good time, and we're able to play the kind of music that we want. And this guy is the music brains behind this thing, and he's going to be. But we're having a lot.
Yeah, we're a lot of alternative, the classic rock, the musical library that people hear on the station is just so diverse. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Dude, I know. I was listening today. I was listening, and it was like it went from I don't know, like Wham. I think I heard Wham at one
got a little bit of
point.
that.
And then you like hear some deep Jimi Hendrix or something like that. That's the beauty of it.
I drive a delivery van.
Yeah.
And I've got 5 or 6 stations playing all day long, you know. And I put on the X today, and I thought I want to check this out. So I put on the X.
There you go.
Well, I heard Wham, and of course, you know, I was like, that's kind of cool because you know something you don't expect, and then made my delivery and got back in.
You could fit into Wham, though. I could see you being in Wham back in the 80s.
Hey,
George Michael.
I
can do white boy dancing. You know, I can do
could
it.
fit in.
So, what is the song? I mean, I know y'all are fairly new. What is the song that like you cringe when you hear people call up and they want to request it?
Anything Mariah Carey. That one usually gets me, and I've got a friend who calls up, works at Chevron, Jennifer from Chevron. She'll call up from time to time. But no, we are proud of our broad spectrum of music. We go from the 60s, actually have a few songs from the 50s, and we go all the way up to the 2000s. We're actually going to add some newer music in there as well that blends in really well with the classic rock. So it's a lot of fun that we can play kind of the music that we want and a huge cross section that I mean anywhere from our age group to our next generation, our parents are listening to as well. So it's a lot of fun.
The entire music, you know, it's just crazy. You know, as he tries to add more and more to it. Tell him about that lunch hour, though.
Yeah, well, to help kind of implement and to get the point across of the decades that we have, we start with, on Monday, we'll do the 60s lunch hour, 11 to noon. We play nothing but 60s music. And then same time on Tuesday, we do the 70s, 80s on Wednesday, 90s on Thursdays. And then on Friday, we let the listeners call in and do an all-request lunch hour from 11 to noon. So we do that every weekday.
Well, I'm going to put my request in. I say we do a Friday, all hair metal Friday.
Well, that might work. You can call in and call in Zach. Of course, he won't be there tomorrow for the holiday, but we'll start up next Friday with that. And but it's a lot of fun.
Classics is just out of this world. Seriously.
So we got. I call him my concert hero here.
Oh, he is.
Are you a concert goer too?
I love to go, but he's on. He'll be on actually tomorrow morning. He's on every Friday, and he lets us know what concerts are out there. So yeah, he is a concert.
Yeah, concert announcements. You got it. And I'm still got to take this guy to the Ryman Auditorium. I mean, I've got Kiss and Def Leppard coming, all kinds of stuff.
You've never been to the Ryman?
No,
I haven't either.
I haven't seen the show there. So
we're losers. We've never been to the. We're not like Kenny over here, you know. So yeah, like. Do you still get nervous when you go online when you go live? Do you get what is a ritual you do?
You know, the thing with radio is that you're basically just talking to the microphone, so it kind of eases any nervousness that I might have because you're not seeing people.
Does the camera make you nervous right there?
A little.
I mean, they're just watching on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put no pressure on you.
But fortunately, I've had a little bit of experience doing that. But we're having some fun. You know, doing the sports too. That's another thing we're really excited about. We've launched the X brand, but we've also with that we've got the X Sports Radio Network. Which is going to broadcast all the local and regional sports. We're going to do a lot of Lawrence County games, Loretto and Summertown as well. We're also got a new sports talk show that's going to start up in August, August the 4th, called X Sports Live. We're going to do that a couple of times a week, 4 to 6 on Mondays and Thursdays, so we're really excited about that. Myself, Stanley Wilson, and Chris Soccer will be doing that show.
Oh, an Auburn and an Alabama guy.
Well, we had to get those two.
I'm a
Vanderbilt guy, so at some point we'll have to have a little bit of orange in there.
That's right. You know, we don't really have to
jump in on that, you know, with the orange.
I mean, so you're on, 11 to 2.
Yeah, the sister station.
I like to listen to you, and
Thanks.
It's kind of cool to hear Kenny talking on the radio, and it's cool to hear JP talking because. I consider y'all good friends, and
Put us together.
That's right. I mean, so let me ask, since we're down here in Loretto and he can't defend himself, what about Eddie Landtroop? Let's ask some questions about Eddie Landtroop. Is he a diva off the air?
Eddie epitomizes diva. He does. I tell you, we did that ice water challenge challenge.
Did you mess his hair up?
Well, I didn't have to do it at all. I tell you, because we sat down next to each other, and he came out like 45 minutes early in his bare feet and had his hat on and his shorts. And he's all right. Let's get this thing over with. He was nervous. So I was like, it's okay. Just wait, Eddie. We'll get it done. So we got things rolling, and then he and I sat next to each other, and Robbie York, who works at the station, and April Judkins, who is a Main Street director, they had this cooler of ice cold water, massive cooler, and it took two hands and they just dumped it.
Was it a Yeti like everybody walks around?
No, it wasn't a Yeti. No, it wasn't a Yeti, but otherwise it would have been unbearable, but it was a lot of fun. And Eddie's great. Eddie's a legend up there, and I know he enjoys getting to be able to follow him.
What's it like following Eddie? Do you
Following
like
Eddie? Well, when I walk in the room first, I can just feel the energy that he's got pumped up for me. I really can. Seriously, man. It's so crazy, because he has to pump people up for me, And then when I go in there, it's set for me.
Everybody's
it's just
full-blown
really
KB.
really cool. Yes, I mean he gets everybody amped
Your
up.
warm-up act, is that what you're saying, Kenny?
Eddie is your hype man.
He opens up for me.
The opening act.
That's awesome. Eddie Landroof is KB's hype man. So, well, guys, I'm excited for you. I'm enjoying listening to y'all. I mean, I think it's cool. I like to hear some of the old classics. I'm a 70s and 80s type guy.
When I play that Johnny Cash, man, that's good.
I have to call every time he plays Johnny Cash. I have to call Kenny up and tell him thanks. Hurts. Although I'm not gonna lie, not a big pop country fan.
I know. Don't get him on this, man.
Not a big.
Have something to argue about, though, right?
Not a big Luke Bryan fan.
He'll go.
Not,
Urban?
No. Well, Keith is all right. Not a big
That's
Florida
the boy.
Georgia line.
He knows Keith.
Keith, man.
He's on a first-name basis.
Yeah, you got it.
And my meemaw was an urban growing
Don't get him
up.
started on Taylor Swift or anything like that. Now.
Well, we've got the ongoing battle. Let me ask your opinion.
Okay.
We got Ben Luna sitting out here somewhere,
Yep.
and we got KB here. And they're on this big, gigantic feud about who's better, Taylor Swift or Casey Musgraves. So we want to get a neutral opinion on this. What is your opinion on it? Who do you prefer?
Well, I don't know if I could say which
Don't
one.
hold back.
I don't know if I could say which one is better, but I can tell you which one I would prefer to listen to and more my style of music. I think I'm more of a Casey Musgraves fan. Yeah.
Wow.
A little more outlaw.
There you go, a little grit.
Last tip.
She's not so.
Not as poppy. Here's pop. Here's outlaw. Right?
Pop and outlaw.
Outlaw.
That's it.
I see that might be a lunch hour show. Taylor Swift followed by Waylon Jennings. I mean, wow.
That's great.
I couldn't wrap my head. I'd have to pull over.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to that at the same time.
Explode. Big
I'd be like, wait a minute. You can't just go from Taylor to Waylon. I mean, you got to ease us in. Put some Reba. Put some Barbara Mandrell in there. But, guys,
Drool, man. All this pizza's
I'm telling you, the pizza is here, and we got to eat it before it gets cold. So,
I hear you, man.
but, guys, thank y'all for being on my show.
Appreciate it. Have fun, big friend.
Y'all come see us anytime. That's
Good deal.
what 1053
1053
the X.
Yep.
Check them out, and you can hear JP in the morning.
You can
He's
listen
on Power 97.5, so.
So check them out. Go online, check them out. Like them on Facebook. Tell them you heard them from Big Fred and all that cool fun stuff. But guys, thank y'all for being on. And we're gonna take a break and eat a piece of pizza, and we'll be right back.
At Southern Craft Manufacturing, our commitment to choice sets us apart. Using both old-world craftsmanship and modern techniques, we proudly provide the finest quality and greatest value caskets in the industry. Founder Rodney Robinson is a third-generation casket manufacturer, providing the highest quality finished product. Call toll-free 800-413-1778, Southern Craft Manufacturing on North Main Street in Loretta, Tennessee.
You are number one Mustang fans. Auto Owners Insurance and Loretto Insurance Services, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Loretto Insurance Services in Loretto today, 931-853-7126. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from LHS Boosters Club, dedicated to Mustang athletics.
thank y'all for coming and watching the Big Fred Show. We're here at Nana's Pizzeria in downtown Loretto. And I'm telling you, I just ate some, and it is wonderful. You're highly missing out if you're not here right now eating, I promise. I'm going to eat a lot more while we're on the show. Got a guest with us here today. We got Miss Patty McGuire. She is a candidate for re-election for the General Sessions Judge.
Right.
See, I got that right the first time. Got that right the first time. So how are you, Patty? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, and how are you doing?
Lovely. So tell us a little bit about, first off, what General Sessions Judge does.
Well, now that would take a while. But General Sessions Court has jurisdiction over criminal, civil, probate, and juvenile matters. So we touch a lot of folks' lives. We see a lot of cases that come through that court.
Right. I bet you see some crazy stuff, though.
You know, this is a job that I love because I love people, and I find people absolutely fascinating. So every morning when I get up and go to work, I know that I'll hear something different that day. You never know what you're going to hear in that court. But now, you know, we deal with a lot of situations that are also, they grab the strings of your heart. Right. Do you understand? Because we see people who have a lot of problems, a lot of children that have a lot of problems, and their parents have a lot of problems. But anyway, it is always interesting. And, you know, I hope we do a little bit of good in that court. We try to help those that we can, right. And if they don't want to be helped, then they may not get helped.
Might go down and stay a few nights at the Gray Bar Inn and Suites.
The law requires and expects that if you do not decide that you want to be a law-abiding citizen, that you are to be incarcerated.
And you get a free wardrobe, too, while you're down there, right?
Pardon?
You get a free wardrobe while you're down there, too.
Yes. A really snappy-looking either gray and white or orange and white or orange suit. I don't know how they distinguish with which ones they get, but anyway, that's about the wardrobe that we see.
Right. So tell us, what is Patty McGuire like when she's not on the bench, when she's hanging out at the house, you know, letting your hair down? What is Patty McGuire like there?
Well, I'm big on family. I have 2 grandchildren and a son. I have 2 brothers. And they're okay, you know, they're pretty good brothers. But now they have children, and I have then my kids around me, you know what I mean? So I'm really big on family. We still, thank goodness, have the family farm that I grew up on out in the Piney community.
Oh, Piney?
Yes.
I've been to Piney a few times.
Piney girl.
Piney girl.
You're looking at one of the few graduates of Piney Tech. Now, there's not many of us. Piney Tech.
Wow.
There's not many of us around. But anyway, we go out there and we ride. Well, I think the way somebody described it, we ride anything that has wheels.
Don't matter if it's riding more.
Nah, whatever it is, we ride it. And, of course, we hit the creek and we cook out and just really hang out. So, and I'm a gardener, and I guess that goes back to my piney roots. I love to be out there and working in the dirt and whatever. You know, the problem I have is I like to do everything. So, you know, I run into a time crunch sometimes, but I've told you the main thing is, you know, like getting out and just really being outside.
Exactly. So, like, are you a sports fan?
Well, you know, I'm always interested in the hometown teams. Anything that involves the folks that I know, parents, of the kids and things like that. And now my grandson has been playing travel ball, and my little grandnephew has just made an all-star. He's 7 years old.
Cool.
So, you know, we like the sports to that extent. Now, as far as like keeping up with the World Cup and whatever, naturally I want to know if the United States wins, but I may not watch all the game. Does that make sense? Yeah, surely.
So, music. What like when you're riding around or riding to work or going back home? What do you like to listen to?
Well, gosh, I hope WDXC and WLX don't hold that against me. But a lot of times I don't have the radio on. I would be very candid. If you hear chatter and things I do all day long, sometimes when I leave work, I just like it kind of quiet.
That's your pause button right there.
Yeah, it is. Now, I enjoy radio, and I listen a lot of times to like the oldies on Saturday night and whatever. Needless to say, I love the old music. I really like every kind of music, anything from Southern gospel to whatever. But now, if I have a favorite, it's those songs that I listened to back, can we say, a few years ago.
Yeah. What, like 5-6 years ago?
Oh, yeah, well, no, I have to be honest with you, about 15.
15. So what, everybody has their jam. Like, you're walking around, you hear a song. What is Patty McGuire's jam? If you hear a certain song, what is that?
I really don't have one. And it may be because I'm really not musically inclined. In fact, when God put me here, He didn't put one bit of artist ability in me. I'm not artistic. I can't paint. I can't do the music. I'm just a listener. I enjoy it and whatever. I enjoy seeing what people paint and what they do and all the, like this old building. Is this old building not absolutely?
It is beautiful.
I'm talking about
historic.
Awesome. It's just absolutely awesome. I like to do things like that,
Well, that's awesome. Well, Patty, I'm happy. I'm tickled to death you came and got on my show. I mean, I've put the invite out to everybody, and I'm tickled that you came. And get out and vote. I can't stress it enough. I mean,
now, but the main thing is get out and vote for Patty McGuire. She's done a good job for you.
Get out, vote, register.
I believe that, honest.
Well, Patty, thank you for coming on the show. Hug it out. We hug it out on Big Fred Show. That's how we roll.
Big Fred.
That's right.
I've known you ever since you were young. Remember, I loved your mother.
Yeah.
And I loved her so much. You've turned out to be pretty good. Thank you for inviting me, and I am so pleased to see everybody here. I've had a good time, okay?
Well, I appreciate it. Well, this is Patty McGuire, and you're watching the Big Fred Show, and we'll be back in a moment.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Glad you tuned in to the Big Fred Show on Mustangs TV. Also, don't forget, tune in each and every Monday from the hours of 6 to 7 p.m. That is Sports Talk Mania with Lee Haygood. I am Lee Haygood, and I will be your host through Sports Talk Mania. We'll talk anything and everything about sports, and every now and then we might throw something else in there. Check it out. Every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, only on MustangsTV.com.
We're back. Sorry. Y'all caught me moving my mouth full. We're back. Big Fred Show, MustangsTV.com. We're live here at Nana's Pizzeria, and I'm just going to say this is a historical guest, and for one reason is because he's my very first musical guest. He's a cool dude. I've known him for a while. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, we put Debbie Riddle's office together.
We did.
How cool, how crazy is that? It's like full circle, brother. Debbie's here. Me and you put her office together. So how you been doing? We got Nathan Mathen here. So what's been going on with you?
Not a whole lot. Day to day, play music.
What are you playing most of now?
A little bit of everything.
What's your favorite?
I don't know. Really big into blues and rock, rock kind of stuff.
So I just recently read an article that said you were accepted in the Grammy count.
It was.
That's huge. First off, I mean, because Loretta needs another Grammy Award winner in it. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, we've already got one that's got 4 of them. So, tell us what's going to happen at Grammy Camp. What's that all about?
I think it was either the first or second week in June. It's a week-long camp. I think there's 4 of them in different cities across the U.S. It was in Nashville. It was on the Belmont campus. 5 days. I think it's just high school kids. It's a pretty neat, experience to see, the professional end of it, and, taking a song from, the songwriter writing the song to, finished product, that you could duplicate and, actually, make an album. I think we ended up cutting 10 or 12 songs up there. I was in the audio engineering, so, I was actually, behind on the opposite side of the glass. Checking out the boards and, like I said, how all that stuff is set up and, really the professional end of it. It's a pretty neat experience.
What is your favorite part about the whole process? I mean, as far as are you more of a songwriter or do you just like to get up and play? I mean, what gets your tractor going, I guess is what we'll say.
Man, I'm really not a whole lot of a writer. I mean, I like the engineering. I like playing. You know, I mean, obviously I like playing. You know, that's probably my favorite end of it is, you know, just going out and playing music for people and, you know, playing a song and, you know, seeing the expression on somebody's face. You know, getting into the song and.
You ever had anybody cry while you're playing?
I don't think I've had anybody cry.
Man, what's the craziest thing you saw while you're playing?
One time I was playing and there's an elderly man, and apparently he didn't like what we were playing, and he pulled up in this big long white Cadillac and just flipped us all off.
There's a song right there.
That was a pretty wild experience. At mid song, just let us have it. So
he told y'all were number one. That's what he was saying.
That he did. He did that.
So we're gonna have you play a couple songs for us, and we're gonna take a break here in a second, and we'll come back and let you play. So how can people follow Nathan on how can we follow you as far as social media, YouTube, whatever?
I don't have a YouTube account. There might be some videos on there, some stuff I've done. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Probably the best way is going to be Facebook. If anybody's interested in anything, I've got a demo that we've come out with, just 3 or 4 cover songs, you know, for a kind of a little project. But yeah, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Look me up.
Speaking of cover songs, what is your favorite cover song to do? What's your jam, as I would call it?
Well, I'm not going to be like Patty and say that I don't have one. But, probably, I don't know if I can narrow it down to a song, but probably band, probably going to be the Allman Brothers.
Oh, you play slide like that?
Yeah, I do.
I so want to learn how to play slide guitar. I think slide guitar is... It's an art form. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, hit me up. I teach lessons.
I'll hold you to it. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have some music by Nathan Methan and his awesome black guitar here. So he's kind of like Johnny Cash in it tonight. He's the man in black. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we're going to come back with Nathan Methan playing a few songs for us. So we'll be right back.
Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee offers serious sports training for athletes of all ages. Our hands-on training approach can increase core strength and stability while maximizing power and agility. Call John Passarella, 256-710-7412 for speed and agility training, or David Weathers, 931-279-0574. Call today. Elite Sports, we're training the best athletes for tomorrow.
At Southern Craft Manufacturing, our commitment to choice sets us apart. Using both old-world craftsmanship and modern techniques, we proudly provide the finest quality and greatest value caskets in the industry. Founder Rodney Robinson is a third-generation casket manufacturer, providing the highest quality finished product. Call toll-free 800-413-1778, Southern Craft Manufacturing on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Welcome back, Big Fred Show. We got musical guest Nathan Methan. He's going to perform a few songs for us. And Nathan, the stage is yours, brother.
All right, I appreciate it. This is the Allman Brothers tune. It's called One Way Out. One way out, baby. Lord, I just can't go out the door. Hey, but one way out, baby. Lord, I just can't go out the door. There's a man down there. It might be your man, I don't know. You got me trapped, woman, up on the second floor. If I get by this time, I won't be back no more. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going out that front door. There's a man down there, might be your man, I don't know. be here on the first place. I know some ain't gonna walk in and take my place. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going out that front door. There's a man down there, might be your man, I don't know. There's a man down there, oh, it just might happen to be your man. Oh, it just might be your man. Oh, baby, I just don't know.
Wow, Nathan Methan, Almond Blue, dude, I'm speechless. That was awesome, brother.
Thank you.
You want to play another one for us?
Yeah, I'll do another.
All right, well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with another song by Nathan Methan.
You are number one Mustang fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Loretto Insurance Services, a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Loretto Insurance Services in Loretto today, 931-853-7126. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from LHS Boosters Club, dedicated to Mustang athletics.
And we're back. We're going to do one more song by this freaking awesome guitarist here, Nathan Methan. I'm a fan, so here we go. One more song by Nathan. Kick it off, brother.
All right. This is a John Mayer tune. It's called Good Love Is on the Way. I'm a lazy lover, undercover, wasting time. Then one day this summer, I changed my number to cut my lines. Good love is on the way. I've been lonely, but I know I'll be okay. Good love is on the way. 3 years broken hearted, but now her ghost is finally gone. I'm done with broken people, 'cause this is me I'm working on. 'Cause I know good love is on the way. I've been lonely, but I know I'll be okay. Good love is on the way. Good to go for wherever I'm needed. Bags are packed and I'm down by the door. You can take all the tricks up my sleeve, I don't need them anymore. Oh, I've been lonely, 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 yeah. Good love is on the way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good love is on the way. Oh, I've been lonely, 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 yeah. Good love is on the way. Hey,
smokes. Nathan, dude, thank you for being on my show tonight, man. First musical guest, and I think he knocked it out of the park, y'all. Nathan, thanks for being on my show. You're welcome back anytime you want to come. Got something you want to push? You want a song you sing? Come on back. Anytime, brother. With Nathan Method, Big Fred Show, and we'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Glad you tuned in to the Big Fred Show on Mustangs TV. Also, don't forget, tune in each and every Monday from the hours of 6 to 7 p.m. That is Sports Talk Mania with Lee Haygood. I am Lee Haygood, and I will be your host through Sports Talk Mania. We'll talk anything and everything about sports, and every now and then we might throw something else in there. Check it out. Every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, only on MustangsTV.com.
Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee offers serious sports training for athletes of all ages. Our hands-on training approach can increase core strength and stability while maximizing power and agility. Call John Passarella, 256-710-7412 for speed and agility training, or David Weathers, 931-279-0574. Call today. Elite Sports, we're training the best athletes for tomorrow.
And we're back. Thank y'all. Was that amazing or what? I mean, yes. Nathan Method absolutely tearing a guitar up. I'm tickled, y'all. Thank you. That was my tea assistant, by the way. She's such an awesome lady. And I got good tea down here. I'm just going to tell you right now. Great sweet tea. So, wow. I'm impressed. We had like a great musical guest there. We're going to talk to the manager of this place here in just a moment. Kind of get the backstory on Nana's Pizzeria, because we like to do that at the Big Fred Show. We like for everybody to come out, and we like for them to talk to us and tell us a little bit about the place and how the history of it. Well, you know, this is a historic building. I used to hang out in this building quite often. I mean, it was a historic building before Nana's. I can't tell you what all it was. I mean, I knew it was a Knights of Columbus Hall, was a bank. I mean, everything. But we're going to get her on and talk to her here in a second, and it's going to be fun. We're going to try to see if I ain't going to say we'll get her on. We're going to try to get her on and talk to us. So we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, and we're going to get her on and have her talk to us. And I wish we could take the camera in to show. Oh, by the way, you can see the oven. We got a Big Fred on the Loose thing going on YouTube, which features the oven. The brick. It's a real brick oven. I mean, real brick oven. They had to knock a hole in the wall to get this bad boy in. It's massive. But we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back, and we'll see y'all in a moment.
You are number one Mustang fans. Auto Owners Insurance and Loretto Insurance Services, a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Loretto Insurance Services in Loretto today, 931-853-7126. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from LHS Boosters Club, dedicated to Mustang athletics.
Welcome back, Big Fred Show, here at this lady's place, Nana's Pizzeria.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about this place, other than this amazing pizza I just ate. I mean, it's crazy good. I've never ate pizza that good before. So tell us, how did how did all this come about?
Okay, for one thing, I don't own this place. So
You don't own it?
No.
Okay. So you're the manager, right?
No. And my face is turning beet red.
That's all right. Just kind of tell us a little bit about,
Okay, we worked our butts off to get in here. We worked for 2 solid months, me and Rochelle. Both did. What do you want to know about it?
Everything. Tell us how did the concept of doing Nana's Pizzeria come around?
Okay, that's something you'll have to talk to Nancy about. I think what it was is she wanted to open it because of her mom.
Right.
And Auntie's mom, that are both dead. They both passed away. Well, Auntie's mom is still alive, actually. And in honor of them.
That's awesome. And I love how y'all got it decorated in here. It is.
Thank you.
I love it. It's awesome. A lot of historic photos in here. I'm a history nut. And
are you? Yeah.
love all the historic pictures. And an art gallery that is out of this world upstairs. I mean, I've never went to a restaurant that had an art gallery at it. Like, did you ever get a chance just to go up and look at it, or did you go up, or are you too busy looking at it?
No. Both the artists, I know both of them, Marco Sajelka and then John Sandy. Both are the artists.
Sweet. So what is your favorite pizza?
I like the perfect pepperoni, but I also like bacon on it too. So.
You can't go wrong with bacon.
Right.
Bacon is a cure-all.
Right.
If it tastes bad, put bacon on it.
Exactly.
I love. Exactly. I just told I call her my tea assistant because she keeps my tea glass filled tonight.
Oh yeah.
I just told her to surprise me, and I don't know exactly what it's got. It's got the salt. What is that word I'm looking for?
It looks like it has ham, apple, bacon.
What's the sauce I'm looking for? Alfredo. There you go.
Yeah.
Alfredo. And this pizza is awesome.
Yeah,
Check that out, y'all. That is goodness on a crust. And not to mention, I've talked a little bit about this. This pizza is not put on a belt. It's not put in an oven. It's put in a brick oven.
Exactly. Yes.
And y'all had to knock a hole in the wall to get it in. Was you here when they put it in?
No, I wasn't here for that. No, I come after. But we worked in the back. We scrubbed floors. We did everything in here. We worked our tails off.
Well, y'all have done a fantastic job. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting us come do the show here.
Thank you.
I've looked forward to it. I've been excited about it all week. I mean, I didn't even eat a big lunch today because I knew I was going to come down here and eat pizza. So,
I know. Exactly.
But tell us, like, how can we follow do y'all have like a website that people can check out, or a Facebook page, or?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page under Nana's Pizzeria. Yes.
Sweet. And open daily.
Yes, we're open every day but Sunday from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m.
See, even downtown Loretta has a nightlife, y'all. How about that?
That's right.
It didn't when I was growing up. I'm glad to see it. Well, we're tickled to death. Thank you for coming and being on the show, and thank you for talking to us a little bit about Nana's, and thank you for letting us broadcast live. I am excited. Thank you, for letting us come. And we're going to come back.
Okay,
that's a definite. We're coming back.
Everyone come back. We hope so. And yes.
We're going to be back. We're going to take a break, and we'll see y'all here in just a little bit. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Glad you tuned in to the Big Fred Show on Mustangs TV. Also, don't forget, tune in each and every Monday from the hours of 6 to 7 p.m. That is Sports Talk Mania with Lee Haygood. I am Lee Haygood, and I will be your host through Sports Talk Mania. We'll talk anything and everything about sports, and every now and then we might throw something else in there. Check it out. Every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, only on MustangsTV.com.
Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee offers serious sports training for athletes of all ages. Our hands-on training approach can increase core strength and stability while maximizing power and agility. Call John Passarella, 256-710-7412 for speed and agility training, or David Weathers, 931-279-0574. Call today. Elite Sports. We're training the best athletes for tomorrow.
Thank you. We're back. Big Fred Show. We actually got an audience tonight, y'all. This is so cool. Got a couple friends that came by. How about JP and Kenny B being on the show? Was that not cool or what? Debbie Riddle in the house. Everybody could give it up for Debbie. Yeah. Patty McGuire and Nathan Methan. I mean, great show. Like to do a little thing. You know, I have a lot of people asking me because, you know, I'm a music nut and I'm always looking for exciting new music, and I'm going to give you a playlist to check out. And these are all local artists. And first off, the first group I'm going to tell you about is a group called the Valley Roots. They're from the Shoals area. They're located down in the Shoals, and they have a new album coming out. Record release will be August 22nd. Look them up on Facebook, the Valley Roots. They have an amazing sound to them. They have like this 70s, you know, they really have that Muscle Shoals sound as far as I'm concerned. Got the lead singer, she sounds a lot like, I don't know, Grace Potter and Janis Joplin rolled all up into one. And then we got Christian White, the lead singer. He's like a Southern John Mayer, you know. And you should check them out. But, yeah, the Valley Roots, check them out. And hashtag them when you check it out. Hashtag them and use the hashtag Valley Rooted. That's the hashtag you need to use. And next one, of course, would be Nathan Methan. Was that not an amazing performance? I mean, awesome. Check out Nathan. Nathan is a fantastic artist. Loved hearing him play. I mean, great guy. Good guy. I've worked a lot with him. Known him for a couple years. He was amazing. And another local artist. Check out Abstract Theory. Abstract Theory has some amazing music. I heard them on the radio. They're going to be at, I guess they call it, is it the Spirit of Freedom, I think is what they call it, at McFarland Park tomorrow night. They're going on at 4. Check them out. Their guitarist, Kurt Russell, amazing guitarist. His dad, also a good local artist, Max Russell. Check him out too. But those are some good local music you need to check out. Just check all of them out and like them on Facebook, add them as a friend, and tell them, hey, Big Fred told me about y'all. And but yeah, it's awesome. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here with us tonight. We'll be back next Thursday at a not so undisclosed location, and we're here at Nana's Pizza tonight, and I'm fixing to get down on some pizza and have myself a good meal and all that cool fun stuff. So with that said, thank y'all for viewing here tonight. Thanks to all my guests. Thanks for everybody that's come on, and we'll see y'all next week. And I'm Big Fred, and that's Kyle behind the camera, and that's everybody else that come to see us. Y'all have a good one. Stay lovely, y'all.